Welcome back to Explore Central. Tonight on the show we have Bartholomew Diaz, Amerigo Vespucci, Ferdinand Magellan, Christopher Columbus, John Cabot, and Vasco da Gama. They will be asking each other questions as well as competing in a series of competitions, and you will also hear from certain other sponsors and monarchs. Thank you. Hi, I'm Vasco da Gama.
And I'm John Cabot.
Reporting live from Explore Central.
So, Vasco, what are you known for?
Well, I'm known for discovering the Cape of Good Hope. What country did you claim Canada for again?
This was a long time ago. Ooh, got me thinking back. It was British.
Oh, okay, you could have literally just said that. That's fine.
So, who should get credit for discovering the Cape of Good Hope?
Well, really, there were a bunch of us who, quote-unquote, discovered it. But really, I think it should be me, but there's a ton of debate about this, so anyway, where did you travel?
I traveled the eastern shores of the Mediterranean and visited Mecca. Beautiful country.
Beautiful.
Well, anyways, where did this debate even come from, like, between you and who, and, like, how?
Basically religion and the economy. Thank you. Did you have anyone that you had similar thoughts to or anything? Like any controversy?
Had similar thoughts of Christopher Columbus.
Oh.
I think a lot of people did. And so I don't think it's very weird that I had similar thoughts. We never worked together. I will not work with that man.
I mean, who would?
Exactly.
I mean, he's coming on the show later, but I don't want to talk about him.
I was going to have to meet him. But it was from sailing westward to Asia, and so we had similar thoughts on that. Did not work together, thank God on that.
Okay.
But what are your views on the globe?
I think it's really small. And, Columbus thought it was flat, but, it's round. It's round.
It's round. And
it's round. Small. It's small. So, did you have any failed voyages?
Ooh, I think back in 1496, I had a failed one. It was because we took one ship, and there was a food shortage, like, on the ship, and there was also unforeseen weather that we couldn't, like, predict or anything. So we took him back for safety, and so we didn't, like, all die.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm Vasco da Gama.
And I'm John Cabot, signing off.
Hello and welcome back to Explore Central. I'm Bartholomew Diaz.
And I'm Ferdinand Magellan.
And let's get started, I guess. I don't know. Is that what we're supposed to do here? Okay.
I'm not from this time period.
Go ahead.
So, did you have any slaves?
Unfortunately, I had 6. Who did you sail for?
I sailed for Portugal and Spain, and I sailed for Portugal in 1505 to 1513, and Spain from 1519 to 1521.
Quite a long time.
I love sailing. Did you discover anything about yourself? Like, what was one thing you discovered about yourself?
Well, I discovered that I'm not necessarily great with conflict because my men wanted to go home and I did not, so I made them sign a contract so I would, avoid losing face, so I don't even know what I was thinking. But
what is self-reflective? That's good.
Thank you.
Good thing.
Did you discover anything?
I discovered the Strait of Magellan.
Cool.
Okay, it's something named after me, so.
Did you discover it while it was named after you?
Nope.
Well, that's good,
because
it, then you didn't discover it. Okay.
No, I discovered it, so it was named after me.
Right, that makes more sense. Were you convinced of anything on your travels?
I was convinced that the Atlantic Ocean would lead to the Sea of the South by going straight to the South American mainland. How did you and your men mark your territory?
Well, we use these, limestone poles. So if you ever see one of those, that was from us. But anyway, I'm Bartholomew Diaz.
And I'm Ferdinand Magellan.
Signing off.
Yup.
Hi, I'm Christopher Columbus.
And I'm Amerigo Vespucci.
And welcome back to Explore Central.
So, did you come up with the idea of sailing west?
I actually did not. I know it's strange. People credit me for it, but I did not actually.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay, that's...
Did you prove anything?
I proved that the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans were completely separate oceans, and that America laid right in between them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Interesting.
do you have an affair?
That was abrupt, and yes, I did, and I had a son with her.
Do you have a son with your actual wife?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
Do you? Okay.
Okay. Anyway, did you get any titles?
I got the pilot mayor or chief pilot of Spain, and that qualified me to get a fourth continent named after me.
Wonderful. That is just wonderful.
I know.
Good for you.
Where did you sail?
I sailed all around Europe.
How lovely.
Did you sail with anyone besides yourself?
I sailed with Ferdinand Magellan, who I think was on the show earlier, right?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
How do you
No,
forget
me.
these things?
So we sailed for Spain. It was
Okay,
great, and
that's great.
we proved that the world
Okay.
was in fact round.
Okay, well, good job. That is something that needs to be proved.
I know.
Okay, well, thank you again. I'm Christopher Columbus.
I'm Amarga Vespucci.
Thanks again.
Did you like stay with your sons or something?
You must be that explorer I've heard all these things about, all these great things about. I hear you want to go on an adventure. You want to be like the great Christopher Columbus and Gil Eanes. Well, before we get to that, let's take a seat. So, Christopher Columbus and Gil Eanes, they were great explorers, but they couldn't do it on their own. They had to have a lot of help. You see, it's not cheap to be an explorer. You gotta buy ships, you gotta buy supplies, you gotta buy food, water, crews, you gotta buy all that stuff. And you know, as I said, it's not cheap. So, that's where I come in. Me, I am a sponsor, a monarch. I give you money so that you can give me whatever you find on your journey. You see, Christopher Columbus, his sponsor was Ferdinand II. Now, Ferdinand II went by many names, not just Ferdinand II. He was Ferdinand I, II, III, IV, V. It was weird. But that's not all there is to him. You see, Ferdinand was born in 1452 and he died in 1516. And the thing Ferdinand is most famous for is that he combined all the Spanish kingdoms into the country of Spain, making a country, which is hard to do, you know. It takes a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy. It takes someone like me. And that's not all there is to Ferdinand. He was a great king. His people loved him. He was the best, according to them. He went out to explore the kingdom, see what the people were like, see their problems firsthand, understand what they needed. And of course, later in life, he eventually got past all that stuff and he wanted to settle down. He wanted to marry. So he married a woman named Isabella, and they had 5 children together. And Ferdinand wasn't the only sponsor there ever was. There was also Henry I. Henry was called the Navigator, mainly because he founded an academy for navigation. He taught cartography, captainship, crewmateship, that's what you do on a ship, pretty much. And his whole purpose for this was to explore the African west coast. So he could set up ports, build new towns, so he could colonize, pretty much. And the thing is, he had many students. One of them being Gil Eanes, a famous explorer. He was even compared to the great Hercules. And you see, Henry also had a son named Henry II, who also married a woman named Isabella, just like Ferdinand. It's kind of weird. But I guess that was a time when a lot of people were named Isabella. Now, you see, the whole point of this is, I want to make a deal.
I give you money, so you can go on your adventures, have fun, journey, whatever. And with that money I give you, and those adventures you go on, you bring me stuff. Treasure, infamy, and everything.
Now, what do you say? Will you take my deal?
Hello. My name is Alex, and recently my friend just came along, but she has never really been to Fayetteville before. So, on this lovely little tour or live stream, I was telling her how to get to a certain place known as Dixon Street. For time purposes though, I don't think that we'll have enough time to record the entire tour, but I'll get the best I can. Sorry about the cutoff. Just come on, deal with it. Anyway, so first off, up onto this stop sign, I'm gonna tell my friend to turn left. Sadly, there's a lot of traffic, so sorry about the cutoffs. Alright, so recently, or now, we're turning to the left. Next, once she goes through campus, she's going to turn right onto the lovely Dixon Street. While we are traveling, though, I would love to inform you about some facts. Did you know, in 1818, the British government has resumed their search for the Northwest Passage, along with the polar route? You might not know this, but people would comment. Sorry about the cutoff. But in 1818, like I said earlier, John Ross was one of the first explorers who'd been out with 2 ships. I could even drive a car myself. How would I be able to control 2 ships, right? Just like, think about driving or operating 2 cars. How complicated do you think that sounds? We're currently right near Dixon Street. In just a second, we'll be turning onto Dixon Street. As you can see, campus is pretty. So right now, we're actually turning onto Dixon Street. As you can see, fun little campus. I think, it's very beautiful. The architecture here is astonishing. Don't you think? See that building all the way up there? Yep. That is actually one of the churches. If you would have asked me, I would have 100% mistaken it for a mansion. But, of course, that would be nearly impossible considering this is campus ground. I don't think mansions are allowed up here. It seems to have an event going on here. I haven't been to a square in quite a while. It looks like some sort of concert. What do you think? I'm not quite sure what that is, but back on topic. I would like to show you this building right here. That is actually a bank. Could you believe that? I would have also 100% mistaken that beautiful masterpiece for a vintage shop for dresses. And maybe wedding dresses. Anyways, I was really honored for you to watch this video and join me on this fantastic tour of Dixon Street in the square. Like I said, I would 100% recommend this. Just be yourself. Just be with your friends and be with family. My friend over here enjoyed it as well.
Yes.
Alright, bye.